What is up, YouTube? It's your boy TheWalk71. Replaced that with a 4. Okay, I just want to get my mic set up and everything. Anyway, I'm here with my WWE Backlash 2016 pay-per-view review. The first Backlash since like 2009, I believe, or something like that. And honestly, this pay-per-view wasn't all that. I came in with this pay-per-view and I thought that, it was going to be alright. It was going to be a nice, showing for SmackDown for it being their first brand exclusive pay-per-view. Because this is the first brand exclusive pay-per-view of SmackDown. And it had its moments. But it was just, I don't know. Maybe it was the crowd being dead. I don't know. It was just some stuff just wasn't, I don't know. Honestly, the show was alright, I guess. It was alright. I don't think I'm going to watch it again, but I don't know, man. I just don't like... this pay-per-view was a meh. It was a meh pay-per-view. But anyway, let's get into it. I got to hold my promise of reviewing WWE pay-per-views. We're going to start with the pre-show match. We have Baron Corbin versus Apollo Crews. Honestly, wasn't paying attention to this match because I was getting my stuff set up so that I could watch this pay-per-view. I saw the end. Baron Corbin won. My phone just went off. It's a pre-show match. I mean, what do you expect from a pre-show match? You expect a 5-star pre-show match? No, you're going to get this match. And Baron Corbin won. So then we open up the actual show with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon actually coming out and basically talking about their first inaugural SmackDown pay-per-view. This is very historical, yada, yada, yada. And they open up with the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship match in a 6-pack elimination match. Now, the people involved, we have Becky Lynch, Natalya, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, and Nikki Bella. These are basically most of SmackDown's women's division, except for Eva Marie. And honestly, the match was alright. It was decent, I guess. It was a great opener, I guess you can say. More or less, it had a purpose because this match was to show who's going to be the women's champion of SmackDown. And match was alright. I mean, it had its spots. We have Naomi doing outside dives. We got Naomi she was actually doing some work. I'm not going to really go into detail of this match, really, because it was just a regular 6-pack challenge match with people getting eliminated left and right. Honestly, we'll just go through the eliminations and see how I can go through. So, Alexa Bliss was eliminated first, and a lot of people were kind of pissed. She came out looking like Harley Quinn or something. I don't know. She got eliminated first after Natalya had her in a powerbomb position, and then Naomi jumped off and hit a blockbuster, or basically she jumped off the top rope and hit a neck breaker. It was kind of lit. It was clean. It was very clean. And then she eliminated Alexa Bliss. And then after that, during these crazy amount of eliminations, I went to go get some tacos from my kitchen. So apparently when I went back and saw it, after that, Naomi got put into a sharpshooter. She tapped out. Then Natalya got hit with the TKO from Nikki Bella. And then, Carmella rolled up Nikki Bella and eliminated her. So we're down to the final two of being Becky Lynch and Carmella. Yes, Carmella was in the final two. I thought she was going to get eliminated first. Honestly, you really think Carmella's going to win the women's championship? Becky won the match. She made Carmella tap out. Honestly, I'm excited. I'm happy that Becky Lynch is finally a champion. She's finally getting kind of over in WWE because, in NXT, she had that good match with Sasha Banks, but she hasn't really been showcased as much as, say, Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Charlotte. She was the one out of the she was the one out of the 4 horsewomen to never win the NXT title, and everybody thought she was just, the forgotten one. Then we get to the main roster, and then she's teamed up with Charlotte, so she can't really showcase herself by herself because, Sasha had her own team or whatever. And then Sasha and Charlotte are out here going back to back with the women's championship, and then Becky never really got an opportunity. So now she's on SmackDown now, and she's finally a champion. She's finally an official women's champion. I don't know if she's the main girl. I would think so because she was the first woman drafted to SmackDown, and she's now champion. Now, honestly, I don't know what they're gonna do with Becky. Hopefully, she is kind of a little bit more serious as a champion. I don't want her to be like Dean Ambrose, to where she's only serious certain parts, and then she's just kind of a joke. I don't want that for Becky, but I am happy that she's the SmackDown Women's Champion. So then the next match, we got the Usos versus the Hype Bros. We have the Usos, who turned heel recently on SmackDown, where they took out the American Alpha, who were supposed to be in the Tag Team Championship finals. And honestly, I didn't pay attention to this match. This match was alright, I guess. It was alright for the Usos. But first, I gotta get on the Usos. What were they wearing? If you saw this Backlash, they looked like either a 90s R&B group or something like that, backup dancers for Lil' Kim, or what stuck out to me is they look like a group of people that were like picked in the movie You Got Served with B2K. Like, they legit look like some break dancers or something. Like, they look like they're supposed to be in You Got Served. Like, they came out with these white hoodies on. One of them, I think it was Jay, had on tights, and then the other one, Jimmy, had on a tank top with shorts and like long pants under and some boots. And they both was wrestling the Air Force One. So I was like, oh my god, these dudes are like B2K and You Got Served. It literally looked like they just walked in the arena and Vince or whoever's running SmackDown was like, you're wearing that as heels. And you're probably wondering, men don't wear tights in public. You'll be very surprised if you look at most of today's rappers, but I'll say that for another day. Honestly, this match was great for the Usos. They really got to show a lot of their heel work, and I like how how the match ended per se. I like how the Usos were like real good heels. They were getting in fans' faces a little bit tonight. They were doing everything heels tag teams do, and they were great. Hype Bros, I don't care about them. So the Usos won with a leg lock, I guess. A single leg Boston Crab. But the way they transitioned it, they had one of them kick the leg of what's his face, Zack Ryder, and then the way Jimmy Uso transitioned was clean. He put somebody's arm under his leg and hit a single leg Boston Crab on Zack Ryder, made him tap out, and the Usos are moving on to the SmackDown Tag Team Championships Finals against Rhino and Heath Slater. Honestly, this was great for the Usos. Like I said, got great heel work. I don't care about the the Hype Brothers. So the next match we have, which is honestly might be match of the night. Honestly, surprisingly, we have Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship match. And honestly, the build-up for this match has been pretty great for The Miz. Forget about Dolph Ziggler. It's over with for Ziggler. It's like the WWE Championship match he had with Dean. The build-up was decent, but the match was it was a cool-down match, even though it was a WWE World Championship match. But that's the position we're in with this title now. The Miz, man. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this. The Miz did work tonight. This is probably The Miz's best match. I can't think of a match where The Miz was not as good as he was tonight. The Miz put in work. This version of The Miz right now is the best I've ever seen. Right now, him as this major movie star. He has Maurice with him. He has a major championship. He has the Intercontinental Championship. He has all this. Now, Miz has been doing this movie gimmick, and he's had the Intercontinental Championship, but for some odd reason, the gimmick is really working now. And the crazy part is, he did the whole shoot angle thing with Daniel Bryan, where basically Daniel Bryan called him a coward, and then he said that Daniel Bryan's a coward because he told his fans he would come back, and he never did. Yada, 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 and that if he really loved wrestling, he should quit WWE and go wrestle in a bingo hall with his friends, which was crazy. Honestly, The Miz is great, man. Right now, this is like the best of The Miz right now. Like, okay, so we have him, taunt Daniel Bryan. We have Dolph Ziggler come out. basically, this whole match happened because Daniel Bryan taunted the Miz. Miz clapped back at Daniel Bryan pretty good. Then the whole thing is that the Miz is a coward. Dolph Ziggler comes out, calls him a coward, and then Daniel Bryan makes the match for Backlash. Honestly, I don't care about Ziggler. So whatever Ziggler has to this feud really doesn't matter. He's just a stepping stone, honestly. He's just somebody the Miz has to face because Daniel Bryan can't wrestle. And when he's backstage right before his entrance, he told Daniel Bryan he's going to need some contract. Okay, you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm kind of tired. I'm not even about to say it. He wants some changes to his contract from Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan just looks at him, and then he says, "Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna go retain my title, and then after that, you're gonna have some harder things to do to make my contract better." And Daniel Bryan's just looking at him, and he calls Daniel Bryan a coward too. So Dolph Ziggler has no importance to this. He was just somebody that decided to show up. Honestly, I had no interest in this match because we've seen this match so many times, not only for the Intercontinental Championship, but just in general. We've seen this match. And the funny part about The Miz is he did a lot of Daniel Bryan's moves. He did the corner drop kicks from Daniel Bryan. He did the surfboard move that Daniel Bryan does. And then he also does it where he drops the knee. Miz actually worked on Dolph Ziggler's leg really well tonight. Honestly, Ziggler, he did nice selling and stuff, trying to come back. I give Ziggler a little bit of credit, but this was the Miz's match. He put the Miz in a figure four. He worked on the leg a lot, and then he got more heel heat by having Maurice interfere by spraying something in Dolph Ziggler's face and then winning with the Skull Crusher finale. The Miz is the best heel in WWE right now. Come on. I'm not even that big on the Miz, and he did great tonight. I was so surprised. I've never seen the Miz like this ever, where he's just amazing. He's the best heel in WWE right now. Honestly, I don't know what's next for Dolph Ziggler. According to what JBL said, Dolph Ziggler said if he leaves, he's gonna rejuvenate or something. And I don't know what that means. I guess he's gonna disappear. I truly don't care. But for the Miz, the Daniel Bryan thing, I see they're trying to do an angle with him versus Daniel Bryan, maybe. I don't know, not a match, because I don't want Daniel Bryan to come back and wrestle just to face the Miz. No. But they're doing a little thing. So shouts out to the Miz. He's oh my god, he was great tonight. Honestly, next match we had. So earlier tonight we had not even earlier tonight. Before the pay-per-view even started, it was a report that the Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt match, a match I was kind of looking forward to, is going to be canceled because Brock Lesnar is still suffering from the TKO thing from Brock Lesnar. Honestly, if the whole thing was a work, if the match was a work and everything, and everybody knows it was, because why would Vince let Brock Lesnar purposely kill somebody like that? Why would they let somebody do that to him just to get a concussion? It's like, hey, give me a free concussion. So Randy Orton has been suffering complications or something, concussion-like symptoms, so they had to cancel the match. And the way they did it on TV is that Bray Wyatt slammed a door into Randy Orton's leg and he couldn't compete. I mean, honestly, if you want my opinion, they should have just been straightforward with it on the pre-show. Announced that Randy Orton can't face Bray Wyatt because he's still suffering from complications from the Brock Lesnar match. It would have made more sense, but whatever, WWE, do what you want. So we end up having Bray Wyatt come out, and they're still advertising the match, and I was just very confused. So Bray Wyatt comes out, holds up the lantern, does the little thing, and then he talks about Randy Orton, this, that, and the other, tells the referee to, count out, to forfeit, for Randy Orton to forfeit the match. So then the referee ends up counting out Randy Orton, and Bray Wyatt won by, I guess, forfeit. I don't know. Bray Wyatt won. If you watch the homie Zack Attack, which is what you should watch him. Done a video here before. I did predictions for this pay-per-view, and so far at this point, since they actually counted this as a victory, I was like, I think I'm like, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm like 4-1 right, 4-0 right now. I'm like 4-0 right now, and no, 4 or 5-0. I honestly don't remember, but Bray Wyatt won by DQ. So then Bray Wyatt's about to leave, and then the announcer says, however, Bray Wyatt's going to be in a no-holds-barred match with this man. Boom, Kane comes out. Not surprised because Kane is kind of irrelevant now. He's old. He should, I don't know if he should be retired, but he should be on the Undertaker thing to where he only shows up for certain matches, which is what he's doing now, but he still shows up on TV every now and then so people don't forget about him. I knew this was going to happen because from what I've heard, Bray Wyatt has been facing Kane on live events, and basically Kane's been replacing Randy Orton from these matches. So the match was long, drawn out, boring. This is the part oh my god. This is the part where the backlash started to kind of take a turn for the worse in a way. So the match, Bray Wyatt put Kane through a table. I don't know. I can't really talk about this match because it really wasn't interesting at all. Right now, me talking about it, I just got a little tired. I'm not going to lie to you. But the match ending consisted of Bray Wyatt he was about to go for the Sister Abigail, right? Then Randy Orton music drops. And I'm like, what's going on? So Randy Orton's walking. He got the taped up leg gimmick. Walks to the ring. RKO's Bray Wyatt. Kane pins him 1, 2, 3. Bray Wyatt, you've been buried. Again. Now, honestly, I see what WWE's trying to do. They're trying to build up something for Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton, and they could have done that, but they could have executed that a different way. Have Bray Wyatt win the match with Kane, right? And then after the match, have Randy Orton RKO him or something. Don't make him lose when you're trying to build when you're trying to build Bray Wyatt up versus Randy Orton. Like, come on now. Like, you're already starting to bury Bray Wyatt again. It's like, come on, WWE. You have money in this guy and you're burying him. You have him lose to Kane, who's not even going to be on SmackDown this upcoming Tuesday probably. And you have him lose to Bray Wyatt, man. That part kind of made me mad because I feel like if you want to execute Randy Orton hitting the RKO on Bray Wyatt to build a story, you could have had him do it after the match. Have Bray Wyatt win, have him beat up Kane, Randy Orton music drops, RKO. You'll get the same results and a better reaction from me. But I'm sitting here I'm talking to nobody at this point because WWE already has their mind made up. So I'm just gonna let them ruin great talent like they usually do. So the next match we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match final. Gimmick. So we have the now heel Usos taking on the newly formed team of Heath Slater and Rhino. Okay, so the build up to this tag team tournament hasn't even been about the tag teams to me. It's been more or less, in my opinion, it's more or less been about Heath Slater and Rhino and Heath Slater trying to get a contract. Because, most of these matches were cool, but each match Heath Slater and Rhino had some real good build up to it and had a real good story because WWE's actually focusing on Heath Slater. And the rest of these matches, the rest of the tag team matches have been, whatever, who's going to win to become the first champion. But for Heath and Rhino, it's like they've been on a whole journey or something. It's crazy. So then we have the match. And the stipulation about this is that if Heath Slater wins the tag team tournament and win the titles, he'll get a contract to SmackDown because he didn't get picked in the draft. So we end up having the match. The match was an average tag team match. The Usos did heel work, but it was I don't know, it wasn't that good of a match. It was just a regular tag team match, honestly. At least the Mojo Rawley, Zack Ryder, Hype Bros, and Usos match was alright, I guess. We got more heel work from the Usos, but this match right here, it was like the Usos were, it was like a very predictable tag team match where you have a face start off, he gets hot, heels take over, heels beat him up, get a tag, come back, win. I don't know, man. The crowd is over with Heath. The ending was Rhino spearing somebody. I forgot which Uso he speared, with the ref not even looking while Heath Slater was the legal man. 1, 2, 3. Heath Slater and Rhino are your first inaugural SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And Heath Slater has a SmackDown contract, so now we don't have to worry about Heath Slater not being signed to a brand, but now the Heath Slater push. No. I'm not gonna say that Heath Slater pushes over. No. They're still gonna focus on him because he's the tag team champion. I think this is gonna be the new team. Hell no, this is gonna be the new Kane and Daniel Bryan right here. But kind of funny. It's gonna be interesting to watch. Heath Slater buried some of his kids. He is like, this day is better than some of the days where I've had my kids, and I was wow. And some of my kids being born, and I was just like wow. Just buried some of like 3/4 of his kids, I guess. And then he's also getting the double wide, baby. So happy for Heath Slater and Rhino to get the title. I thought Rhino was gonna turn, but I believe I said that Rhino and Heath were gonna win. So now, so far I was 6-0 right now. At this point, I was feeling very good. And on the Backlash predictions, I picked Dean Ambrose to win, but we'll see. The next match, we have the final match of the pay-per-view, a match that has a decent build-up and is a very good pay-per-view main event worthy match if you can build it right. We have AJ Styles challenging the WWE World Champion Dean Ambrose in the main event of Backlash. A match they've been hyping up, a match that they've been building up. Arguably the top 2 superstars on the SmackDown roster right now. By the way, they've been building them up. Dean Ambrose is the top because he's the champion, and they've just been shooting AJ Styles to the moon ever since he got drafted to SmackDown. Like, he beat John Cena surprisingly at SummerSlam, and then he got a WWE World Championship match. He beat Ziggler for it. He didn't beat Ziggler for it. He was already getting the match, but then he just confirmed himself being in the match by beating Ziggler. But honestly, the match was decent. It was nice. One thing I can say about this match is that I see WWE is starting to do more with their matches where they're having people work on certain body parts like legs, arms, ribs, whatever. And that's exactly what AJ Styles did. He worked on Dean Ambrose's legs a lot, and there was certain points where he thought Dean Ambrose was going to tap out maybe. We have Dean Ambrose, putting in work. This match was nice. It was a nice match. It was pay-per-view main event worthy. But let me just talk about just not the spots, but just what's some stuff. I don't know how to talk about this match. I don't want to go move by move, but I just want to say this match was nice. AJ Styles had a springboard 450. Let's talk springboard 450, right? I wonder will he ever hit a spiral tap. We got AJ Styles going for a Pele kick into hitting Dean Ambrose with a Pele kick into Dean Ambrose going for that clothesline thing he does with the ropes. And honestly, did this match have no count out? Because Dean Ambrose took AJ Styles out the ring with a suicide dive, rolled back in the ring, rolled out, got on the announce tables, jumped off into AJ Styles in the crowd, and the referee didn't even count. I didn't even hear the referee count till they got back in the ring. Very confused about that. Dean Ambrose, honestly, he was alright in this match. I mean, I've said that they both were good. I mean, it was a decent match. But the ending, right? This is where it got interesting. The ending. AJ Styles, because this match has been built off of people getting hit in the nuts. Because AJ Styles got caught in the top rope in the nuts on SmackDown. Then AJ kicked Dean Ambrose in the nuts. So now AJ kicks Dean Ambrose in the nuts while the referee didn't see it. Hits the Styles Clash. And for the first time ever, AJ Styles won a pay-per-view match with the Styles Clash. Had to clap for that. AJ Styles is your new WWE World Champion. Now, it's a bittersweet moment for me. It's bitter because I wanted to be 7-0 for this pay-per-view because I predicted Dean was going to win so that Bray Wyatt can kill Dean Ambrose and take the title. But WWE is burying Bray Wyatt right now. So, and in a sweet moment because AJ Styles been my favorite wrestler in TNA since I don't even know, maybe 2008. I've been an AJ Styles fan since a long time when he had the short hair, no beard, and He didn't even have gloves yet. He just had black wrist tape. Like, back then, that's when I was watching AJ Styles. That's back when I actually cared about TNA. But AJ Styles is officially your WWE World Champion. Now, let me talk about what's next. All right. So, one common thread that I've been, kind of reading on and listening to is that Dean Ambrose with the championship has not been well as we thought. They finally gave Dean, the championship because, he deserved it at this point because, he's been not overlooked, but Roman and Seth had just been taken over and he never really got an opportunity. But now he's the champion. But at this point, Dean Ambrose is not even like a main event guy almost. It's like, yeah, he's the champion, but he's not even focused on as the main guy. They put more focus into Reigns and Roman. Reigns and Roman. They put more stock into Reigns and Rollins. They weren't even the champion. It was like Dean Ambrose was just in the middle and he just happened to have the title. But when Dean as the champion, he's managed to make that title that's been around since like the 60s a cool down mid-card like championship. And that's supposed to be the main title. At this point, AJ Styles is the champion. But now this is where SmackDown's deplete smaller roster comes in. Who's next to face AJ for the title? Because Dean's going to get his rematch. And now we have AJ as champion. Who's next? Who's next? Who's going to be the next like face-to-face AJ Styles for the title? Once he's done with Dean Ambrose. What's next? I'm happy. Oh my God. I don't know if you get this, but I'm happy that Dean is not Dean. I'm happy that AJ won the title. I just feel like at this point it's like he won the title, but it's not a big deal because back when he first had his WWE World Title opportunity, if you won it, you were the top guy. But now since Raw has their major championship, he's like a co-main champion. But I'm happy for AJ that he's champion. Who would have thought in 2016 or just in general in WWE that Shinsuke Nakamura is the NXT champion? He's the top champion in NXT. Shinsuke Nakamura. Kevin Owens is the top champion on Monday Night Raw as the Universal Champion. And AJ Styles is the top champion on SmackDown as the WWE World Championship. It is incredible how crazy things can happen, bruh. But that was Backlash. Pay-per-view had its ups and downs. I'm happy AJ is champion. I don't know what's next, which is great because now I'm going to be kind of surprised a little bit. But, you know what to do. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Follow me on all of my social media things down below in the description, man. You got to support your boy. I mean, I'm coming out with videos, but I'm kind of busy. Honestly, I have a 750-word essay to do right after this. So, yeah, man. Peace. Yeah. No, for real, though. Peace.